Let's start with the Nehemiah Institute. I founded it in 1986 as a education ministry to bring some focus on the theme of biblical worldview to the church. And over the years, that's proven to be, or our audience, I should say, has been the Christian school market. And we developed a worldview assessment program that's unique to the Christian community that assesses how much we behold and understand what we call a Christian worldview or a biblical worldview, known as the PEERS test. PEERS is an acronym that stands for 5 particular disciplines: politics, economics, education, religion, and social issues. So for 20-some years now, we have been administering the PEERS test largely to Christian education institutions, mostly high school students, several Christian colleges, and even some lower grades. So we've been watching the worldview understanding for 2 decades, and to a huge degree have been watching the results of that show us that the next generation of Christians, the young people, are becoming increasingly secular in their worldview. And I just simply say that they're going more with our culture than they are with what their churches and what their Christian schools are supposed to be giving them, a Christian worldview. So this has been troubling to us, and we've developed some curriculum materials to try to counter this, to help Christian schools have more materials to help teach a biblical worldview to students. We've developed some in-service training for teachers of Christian schools, which we feel is a very important piece. But a few years ago, 3-4 years ago, because of continuing to watch the results go in the wrong direction, which we've highlighted on our infamous PEERS trend chart, which is becoming a key part of our identifying what our mission is about, because this trend chart shows in very graphic and objective terms how we're becoming secularized within the Christian community. So because of that, we decided we're going to have to get to their parents and help the parents of these kids understand what's happening with this thing that we call worldview. And so a friend of mine in Colorado Springs named Reverend Boyd Morse and I founded an initiative called the Worldview Alliance. And the purpose of the Worldview Alliance was to provide churches with adult education study materials on the theme of biblical worldview. And so now we're engaged in a process of pilot testing that program with some different groups to see how we can effectively help adults understand why America is in the trouble it's in by embracing a secular, if not a socialist worldview, rather than what we were birthed with, to a significant degree, a Christian worldview.